What if the quarter sitting in your change jar right now could be worth $19,000? It sounds unbelievable, but a handful of 2000 Maryland state quarters have sold for astonishing amounts because of rare errors, exceptional condition, and collector demand. Most are worth just 25 cents, but a few became the kind of coins that make collectors stop in their tracks. Before you spend another quarter, you may want to take a closer look. In the year 2000, the United States Mint was deep into the hugely successful 50 state quarters program. One of the standout designs was the Maryland State Quarter. Released as the 7th coin in the series, the reverse design features the magnificent dome of the Maryland State House, one of America's oldest state capitals still in legislative use. The design also includes clusters of white oak leaves, symbolizing Maryland's state tree. At first glance, nothing about the coin screams rarity. Millions were produced. Millions were spent. Millions still circulate today. Yet hidden among those ordinary quarters are a small number that collectors actively hunt because tiny minting mistakes transformed common pocket change into valuable collectibles. And that's where the story gets interesting. Before diving into errors, it's important to understand the mint marks. The 2000 Maryland quarter was struck at P mint mark, Philadelphia mint D mint mark, Denver mint S mint mark, San Francisco mint, primarily proof versions for collectors, most coins from Philadelphia, and Denver entered circulation. The San Francisco issues were specially made for collector sets and often display sharper details and mirror-like surfaces. But regardless of mint mark, errors can occur. And when they do, values can jump dramatically. The minting process seems simple, but it's actually a high-speed industrial operation. Large metal coils are punched into blanks. The blanks are heated, cleaned, and prepared. Then enormous presses strike each coin with tremendous force, imprinting the design in a fraction of a second. When millions of coins are produced at incredible speed, even tiny mechanical problems can create unusual varieties and errors. Sometimes those mistakes become the most valuable coins in the entire series. Let's look at the errors. Collectors search for one of the most frequently discovered Maryland quarter errors is the die crack. Die is the hardened steel tool that stamps the design onto the coin. After striking thousands of coins, stress can cause the die to develop small cracks. When that happens, raised lines appear on the coins produced afterward. Most die cracks are minor and worth only a small premium. However, dramatic die cracks stretching across major design elements can attract serious collector attention. Typical value range. Minor die crack, 525 strong visible die crack, $30, $150 major dramatic examples, $200, $500 plus. The larger and more unusual the crack, the greater the potential value, but that's only the beginning. Now things get much more exciting. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned when struck. Part of the design appears missing while another section shifts toward the edge. Collectors love these because the error is immediately visible. Slight off-center strike may look interesting. A dramatic one can look spectacular. Typical value. Range, 5% to 10% off-center. 20, 75, 15% to 30% off-center, $100, $500. Large off-center strike with full date visible, $600, $2,500 plus. The date remaining visible is critical. Without the date, value often drops significantly. This is one of the most misunderstood errors in coin collecting. A true doubled die occurs during die creation, not during the strike itself. Letters, numbers, or design elements appear doubled because the die received a misaligned impression during manufacturing. Collectors carefully inspect the word "Liberty in God. We trust United States of America." Design details on the reverse strong doubling can create significant demand. Typical value range. Minor doubled die, $25, $100. Noticeable doubled die, $150, $800. Exceptional examples. 1,000, 3,000 plus. Authentication is important because many forms of machine doubling can resemble genuine doubled dies. Sometimes foreign material enters the striking chamber. Grease, cloth fibers, metal fragments, or debris can get trapped between the die and coin. The result is known as a struck-through error. These errors create unusual missing details or strange impressions. Every struck-through coin is unique. No two are exactly alike. Typical value range: small struck-through area, $20, $80 moderate, clearly visible example, $100, $400. Dramatic struck-through errors, $500, $2,500 plus. Collectors often pay more when the error creates a visually striking appearance. A broad strike occurs when the retaining collar fails during striking. Without the collar containing the metal, the coin expands outward. The coin becomes wider than normal while maintaining most of its design. These errors are easy to identify because they appear larger than standard quarters. Typical value range: minor broad strike, 50, 150 strong broad strike, $200, $700. Exceptional examples, $800, $2,000 plus. The more dramatic the expansion, the more collectors tend to notice. This is where serious money enters the picture. Occasionally, a coin leaves. The mint with more than one error, imagine an off-center strike combined with a die crack, or a struck-through error paired with doubling. These combinations are much scarcer than single-error coins. Typical value range: two-error combination, $500, $3,000 major combination errors, $4,000, $10,000 and under the right circumstances, elite specimens have reached values approaching the kind of numbers mentioned at the beginning of this video. Here's what many people miss. The error alone doesn't determine value. Condition can multiply it. A circulated error coin with scratches and wear might sell for a few $100s. The exact same error in pristine condition could sell for several thousand. Professional grading services evaluate surface preservation, strike quality, luster, eye appeal. Grades often range from MS60 to MS70 for uncirculated coins. The jump from MS65 to MS67 can mean a dramatic increase in value. The rarest Maryland quarters are often those with both a significant error and exceptional preservation. That's the combination collectors dream about finding. Most 2,000 Maryland quarters remain worth face value. That's the reality. But hidden among millions of ordinary examples are coins with die cracks, doubled dies, off-center strikes, struck-through errors, broad strikes, and rare combinations that collectors eagerly pursue. A quick inspection could reveal something unusual. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Examine the lettering. Look for missing details, strange shapes, or unusual raised lines. Sometimes the difference between 25 cents and hundreds or even thousands of dollars is a tiny detail most people never notice. So the next time a 2000 Maryland quarter lands in your hand, don't rush to spend it. Because somewhere out there, a collector is still searching for the next spectacular error coin hiding in plain sight. And one tiny imperfection could be the clue that turns an ordinary quarter into a coin worth far more than anyone expected. And the most valuable Maryland quarter might still be sitting unnoticed in someone's pocket right now.